Good afternoon. I am Michelle Deatrick, and I'm here in my capacity as chair of Women's March Michigan. I'm also the chair of the DNC Council on the Environment and Climate Crisis, and it is an honor to be here. We applaud the president's leadership on climate and especially the work of WEJAC on environmental justice issues, which is unprecedented and absolutely crucial. Thank you. And that's evident all over the country and certainly in my home state of Michigan. And one such issue is landfill gas emissions. Landfills are the third largest source of U.S. methane emissions, and actual emissions are vastly underestimated. In addition, landfill gas is comprised of other hazardous air pollutants, which increase the risk of cancer and respiratory illness and is correlated with low birth rates. The reasons for Michigan's vast and expanding landfills, with more than 25% of the waste in Wayne County's landfills coming from Canada and more from other states, are complex. But a first necessary step to addressing the issues of landfill gas health and environmental justice harms is to monitor them and accurately assess them. Congressman Donald McEachin wrote about this in September, urging the EPA to measure and monitor landfill methane emissions more accurately. And I recommend expansion of that mandate to include measurement of other compounds that impact public health in landfill gases. I will now pivot to issues around the implementation of the Justice 40 initiative. We are so supportive of this mechanism for ensuring that previously disinvested communities can share in the public infrastructure investments coming out of IRA. But there are issues related to the use of census tracts as the qualification mechanism for Justice 40 initiative communities, which I'm hearing about from a lot of people, a lot of communities, including my own county where I sit on our environmental council. There are neighborhoods that would otherwise qualify but do not because of their location in census tracts that with higher income neighborhoods. And so we suggest, if possible, updating and changing the EPA's EJ screen tool to support these efforts going forward. And when it comes to the EJ screen, it would be helpful to local municipalities, I am hearing, for the EPA to clarify the data and sources being used to inform the tool and clarify how and how often they will be updated. And also clarify or think about how it plans to work with states and municipalities to coordinate monitoring and or neighborhood level air sensors and other local data collection. And it might be helpful to look at emissions reductions at a national level to assess overall improvement toward international goals set forth under the original Paris Climate Accord. And what I mean by that is there are over 475 local municipalities from Dallas to Ann Arbor that are implementing local measures, and they could benefit from working together in a concerted national program. I have a lot more to say about this. I've been thinking about it. I'll submit it in my written comments. And I think smaller municipalities could really use a single source online place to go for all the tools and resources that they need to access what's available under IRA and other grant programs that are coming forth. I live in a county where we've got townships with, one half of a time staff person. They just can't get there. So we saw a tremendous success in the midterms, and I think that's partly because of the steps the administration took on climate, but we face big challenges in Congress. We need the president to continue what he did in the first 2 years and take aggressive executive action. And for the administration, EPA, and CEQ to pay close heed to what you are doing here and saying in this council. Stand ready to have your back and help. Thank you for leaning in. Thank you.
Great.